Hello there, I am Gifty Auntie. Welcome to TSP with me. Hello there, I am Gifty Auntie. Welcome to TSP with me. This week on TSP with Gifty Auntie, the stories of women are unique. They are diverse, they are complex, they are outstanding. I mean, they are all different in so many ways, but somehow they are similar. My guest this week, I met her in Kumasi somewhere last year, and her story blew my mind. I can't wait to share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together even as we invite Mrs. Agnes Sackitey, who is the director of African Resource Management Company Limited. I've added everything, based in Takwa. Good to see you. Oh, mwah, mwah, mwah. Please take your seat. I'll be back. Welcome back to TSP with me, Gifty Auntie. Let me say thank you to George's Creations for my, beautiful rich auntie vibe. I think this season I'm doing, rich auntie vibe. I think so. Thank you so much to her for being a part of this family. Thank you to Sigma Health and Beauty for the makeup products and beautifully applied by the Glow Bar. Thank you so much. My hair is by Insula GH, and of course my beads and earrings by Twinny Craft. My guest makeup was by Pensy Beauty, and you can find her on social media as well. Now, again, I say thank you to Vena Mineral Water. Vena Mineral Water has a balanced pH level and all the minerals that you require. And of course, it's low in sodium, and they believe in sharing love and changing lives. My guest seems to have some interesting story, something similar, or spreading something. You can call her a serial businesswoman, explorer. Attempted everything and all, and still attempting. She is Mrs. Agnes Sackitey. She is a director. She prefers to be called director of the African Resources Management Limited, based in Takwa. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
You look like a baby yourself, but
sweet.
you've traveled the journey.
Yes, I have.
How's business doing?
Business is fine.
What exactly do you do?
African Resource Management, we support the mining industry. Basically, we do the electricals on the equipment. Okay. So we do more of the DC aspect. So when it comes to...
Okay. What is DC?
Direct current.
Okay.
Yes. So when it comes to the electrical component on the mining equipment and the earth moving equipment, that is what we do. We sell both the products, we do the installation, we do training, and we do services.
So I take you're an engineer by profession?
No. It's a big no.
So how did you get into this?
I studied home economics from...
You studied what?
Home economics.
Okay.
The one they call home econs.
Home econs.
I studied home economics from Yasantua Girls. Then food and nutrition in the University of Cape Coast. And after that, it's been hotel throughout.
And hotels?
Yes.
So when did the electricals and all that?
And I was the general manager for Hotel De Hilda. And
okay. Dr. Yonti, greetings. I was there. I stayed there in March. Wonderful man, yes, beautiful place.
Very, very, very wonderful. Yes. He's really a part of some of our stories.
Wow.
So I was the general manager for Hotel De Hilda. Actually, I got into Hotel De Hilda as an operations officer.
Okay.
And from then, I moved on to the general manager. For me, it's about ensuring that my clients are happy. So what I do is that I always ensure I get in before breakfast and I leave after dinner. The idea about the breakfast is that so that by the time they've got up from their bed, they are at the restaurant taking breakfast, I have the opportunity to interact with them. Just finding out how their night was and do they have any issues in their room, their tabs, their air conditioning, everything, your linens, are you okay? That is what and then evening to at least find out about how their day was. Tarkwa is a mining area, so most of my clients were miners. So at least how was their day?
Is that what your job required you to do, or you decided to go the extra mile?
Oh, I have people that are supposed to do that, but you always feel good if the boss of the organization come to you. They love to open up, and for me that was my joy, finding out that my guests are happy. Because if my occupancy is good today, tomorrow I can't say it will be, but when I get to know that they are okay, they are happy, then it means I'm assured that tomorrow my occupancy is going to be good. So that is me. When it comes to working, I go the extra mile to make sure that things are well. So I was in my office one day when one of my customers walked in and spoke to me about business, but I made him, he was trying to ask me how is business, do I enjoy what I'm doing? And I said yes. And I even made him aware that I'm looking at setting up something of myself. So this is how it began. So at the end of the day, he is an Australian who came to visit one of the mining companies in Tarkwa. So I left Hilda, but we were still in touch. And every business person understands the word failure in terms of business. That job I spoke about didn't work. So he was like, I came to Tarkwa to open a business, so why don't we start? And it's like, it's mining. I said, mining. But I said, yes, I'm interested.
The audacity.
Yes, yes.
What did you know about mining then?
I would say I didn't really know much. I was born and bred in Tarkwa, so I know Tarkwa. I see miners each day, go their buses and stuff, but I really didn't know much about it. Yes, I really didn't know much about mining.
But you dared to say yes.
Yes, I did.
How was growing up in Tarkwa like for you as a girl?
Oh, for me, I would say that the normal opportunities that girls have, I lived with both parents, I have siblings, I had the opportunity to go to school. And one thing was I was the Sunday school girl.
Okay.
Yes, so from Sunday school, I became a Sunday school teacher, and now I'm even still a Sunday school teacher.
That's interesting.
So with that,
so a church girl through and through.
Yes. And for Methodist, you see, we have the Girls Fellowship, the Boys and Girls Brigade, the youth. So most of the time,
I was in Brigade, Boys and Girls Brigade.
So most of the time, you are really engaged. Yes.
Yeah. How many were you? How many girls and how many boys?
Currently, I'll say we are three.
No. When you're growing up, okay, you are three. You were three.
We are three girls.
3 girls.
Yes.
Do you think your parents toughened you, made you live beyond that perception of what a girl is supposed to be?
For my dad was so strict, very, very strict. You are going to church, he wouldn't go, but you look outside and you see him going and coming, meaning that
make you sure.
Yes,
you've gone to church.
Yes, he's really following you, and because he saw what was going on, yes, some girls end up drop out and the rest. But for me, when I was growing up, what helped me was that I could really see the end results of what people are doing. So the drops out, I could really see what really went wrong. And there was a woman at church. Whenever she comes to church, she dressed so well. Her kids are so well. For me, when I see rich children, I see.
Yes,
when I see rich children, I see. So really, I saw something in her, and I was like, I will love to be able to keep my kids the way Mrs. Paddy is. And for the the opposite side, I could really see they don't go to school.
Yeah.
And Takwa, those days were really the Galamsey area. And as of now, it's more of people traveling in. Yeah, so if you are with somebody, really, the next month, you don't even know where the person is going to be because they are just following where mining is trending in terms of the Galamsey. So what really helped me, as I said, is that I could really judge people in terms of when I see you, I see your life. I am able to trace what really happened. So that made me to be able to decide where I want to be.
The home econs, what was it? Was it that you loved cooking? You were raised to know how to cook at home, and why did you choose the home? Not that it's bad, but I just wanted to find out where your passion.
I have grown to really be very proud of home economics. I am really, really a proud home economist. Yes, person.
Graduate.
For home economics, when back in JHS, I had a friend, and she was like, she's going to do clothing and textiles. Then I said, Hilda, so does it mean that when we grow up, I wouldn't see you again? Then I will do food and nutrition. So that when you sew the wedding dress, I also do the cooking. Yes, but unfortunately, at SA, she passed on.
Oh, bless her. May she rest in peace. So that's what made you pursue your...
So for me, it's so that I will be closer to Hilda. She sews and I cook.
And you pursued it to the university level, and worked with it.
Yes, I did, because one thing I saw was that it's also another career or path that you should really be hardworking. Because imagine you have another 300, 400 people. Sometimes you don't even go, you don't even sleep. So I really love working. So I think that is
Do you miss that life?
I would say no, because I always remember I'm a home economist person. So it's not that I've left. At least I get the opportunity to practice it at home.
Right? Do you practice it? You do you use your kids as guinea pigs?
Oh,
you tried them. So you moved on into the electricals. You set up your own company. How was it like getting in there?
Yes,
because I don't think at the time you did there were many women there.
Oh, as now for Takwa and what I do, I would say very few, very few, and especially where we have gotten to, you don't really find them that much. Yes. For me, one thing that really helped me was my position at my previous work, Hotel de Hilda. So it's like, I already knew the miners. They come for meeting, they come for conferences there, the bosses come for lunch, they come for dinner, some of them are sleeping over. So the only thing is that they see me in the mining way and it's like, Agnes, what are you doing here? So it wasn't like going to look out for people. I already knew them, and those also in a good position that you trust that they can really give you business.
So you had already established the contact. You had your network. This is what they say, your network is your net worth. But did you struggle a bit having to convince people when you didn't have much of a knowledge about what you were doing?
Okay, one story that really helped me was my business partner. According to him, he is an Australian, but moved to Indonesia to start. So according to him, when he is also an accountant by profession, but he moved into mining because he knew that mining is really strong in Australia. And he left to Indonesia because he started in Indonesia is not that much as Australia is. So he also knew nothing about mining. But what John told me was that he sends a product to a customer, and finally, the customer will ask him, what do you use it for? And he said, please, you should even know better. So really, I took that thing on, and what for us to what makes us do well is that we really know our clients, the target person that we are going to. I sell electrical, so I don't go visiting mechanic people. So when I meet the electrician, the person already knows the product. So the only thing I have to know is the advantages over my product. So I make you know that my product meets the mining standard in terms of lighting, my luminance is higher. Then one other thing that really helped me was the service. You get it, you ask for something, we make sure that we are really on it to ensure you have it. So some of these.
Were you married at the time you started?
Yes, please.
What did your husband think that moving into this uncharted, waters,
Oh, I had all his support.
Right.
Yeah, because I was actively working at Hilda, so it wasn't really that much of a difference. But he really knowing that it's a male area, I still had his support, and as of now, I still do.
You still work?
Yeah,
do you work together as partners?
No,
he works somewhere else.
He is an accountant by profession, so mostly he looks into my books and advice. Yes.
As a woman in such an institution and in a place like Takwa, what do you think is the and I met amazing women in one woman, I think Sarah Odru or something, she graduated from her MPhil and she was going for a PhD. I met some women who are into hotels, I mean women who are doing great things, and it was quite encouraging. And of course, I met those young children who have gotten pregnant, and those who've given birth 2, 3, no husbands and all that. When you see all this around you, as a woman who's traveled a journey to be here, being able to keep herself and stay consistent to here, what goes through your mind?
It's really a pity, because now from what I do, I really know that indeed women, we can really do it and do it big. Because from where I stand and where I brought African resource management, and me as a woman, when I see such things, really I'm very sorry for them, because they are really missing out into what really they could have done.
Yes. What do you think your generation, you as a young woman then did, that a lot of young women are missing out now?
Yes, as I said, from where I grew up, because of the galamsey thing, people, they could really see money fast. Yes, fast
think
money.
Peer pressure didn't affect you much?
I was so close to church activities. So at the end of the day, I got the opportunity to really see, I won't say good people, but at least people that have been molded by church. So
okay.
I really didn't have so much friends. And for some reason, I'm not really the friend type.
The friendly type. No. You're not very sociable.
I am, but I don't keep some people as friends. Yeah, so I can't pick my phone and say I'm calling a friend, but at least I have mates, I have schoolmates, I have church people.
Yeah. Would you say you're a conservative person?
No, that one, it's a no. And really, my reasons were, I really didn't want, and the word is the peer pressure. As young as I was, I really didn't want somebody telling me what to do. So even back at the secondary school, I wasn't really that close to rich people, because I didn't want the situation whereby today we are buying this water and you also need to go and do it, go and buy some. So I didn't really want any pressure on me as to let's do this, get this, and I know I couldn't get it.
You seem like a very principled person. What's your relationship with your staff? How many women do you have? Do you make that intentional attempt to get women?
Yes, I do. I do. So for my sales people, and they are all selling to the miner, I don't even have any male. All my sales team are females.
How many staff do you have?
Currently, I'm having 48.
48?
Yes, please.
And how long have you been running this business?
We'll be 12 years now.
12 years?
Yes.
You've been in this business for 12 years. Let me take a break. When we come back, let's find out how it's been.
Yes.
Definitely, there's been some ups and downs and very interesting stories.
Yes, please.
Well, you're watching TSP with Gifty. Auntie, let me say thank you to House of Food, Auntie Vera and the team. We are grateful to Al Cuisine, all the yummy pastries and cakes. You go to her and she will sort you out. Of course, juice time from the farm to the factory to the bottle and then of course to the shelf. They do it all. They are in charge of the chain, so you know you can trust that. Thank you to Yep Cleaning Services, who make sure that our environment is constantly clean. We take a break. We'll be back. Welcome back to The Standpoint. We are supported by Vena Mineral Water. Vena Mineral Water has a balanced pH level, all the right qualities and quantities of minerals. It is low in sodium, and they believe in sharing love and changing lives. Thank you to Bigo as well. And of course, my dress today is by Georgie's Creations at North Kanishi. Thank you so much to her. And my hair by Ichlo G8, earrings and bracelets by Twinny Craft, and makeup applied by The Glow Bar. Makeup product is by Sigma Health and Beauty. Thank you so much to all of them. And my guest today is Mrs. Agnes Sackitey, who is the director of African Resources Management Limited, based in Takwa. 12 years of being in a male-dominated. What does it take to survive this long?
Yes, the mining is about service. For them, time really is a cost. So if you are that person that you can really meet their demand on time, trust me, you do all in mining. So for me, I don't even know how many hours I sleep in a day. And because our other branch is in Australia and the time difference, mostly I find myself sleeping after 2, they're about, just to ensure that if I need something, I'm able to meet them at the time that they are working. So if you are really that person that you can really strive to meet their expectation, very cautious with time, you really do well.
So I guess you spend more of your time working than with the family.
What I do is that I mostly try to live a 50-50 life. So I stay closer to the office, and when they close, they pass by, they see me. I make sure what to come and eat. I've already made it available, which I believe all these are parts when it comes to taking care of your family. So I do my best.
And you have time to take them out to have fun?
I write it and make sure that in a month I do once.
You write it and make sure?
Yes. Yeah.
But what about you?
Once I'm out with them.
Not with them, but you yourself.
I'll say no for now.
For now, it's all work.
Yes.
What do you want to really achieve with what you do?
I really want to take African resource far in terms of the way we are doing well in Ghana and in Takwa, to ensure that places are around Ghana, like the Mali, Burkina, Senegal, and the rest, I really aspire to be there and really do well. And our vision is to be mining contractors. Yes. So I hope to mine one day. Yes.
Go into mining?
Yes.
Wow. When one day is?
I really have it for 20 to 25 years, which I'm really working towards.
Okay. Yes. And now you've chalked 12 years. So 13 years more.
Yes.
13 years more. Yes. And counting.
Yes.
Have you ever gone underground?
I've been there, but I have. Yes, I have in one of the mining companies. They really wanted to illuminate their area, so I was invited to go and study so that I will recommend the lightning for them.
What are some of the challenges in this field?
The timing, as I said, because for them, holidays they are working, evenings they are working, Sundays they are working. So it's like every day you should be working. I'll be going to the market and still I should have my laptop in the bag. In the car, you call me, I take it, I pack whatever you want. I have to quickly do it for you. So the timing, and for them, they are always after quality products. So really, we do a lot of sourcing, testing the products, and we are doing well.
Would you say that you have been able to chalk some successes
Yes, I have.
apart from the monetary aspect and having clients?
I have. For me, sitting with you is a success. Yes. Because as I told you when we met, you were in my book 3 years ago. I wrote it as one of my year's achievements that I will be on TV and will be on a talk show with Gifty Auntie. So if that one has come true, then indeed I'm successful.
So,
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Well, what would you say to that young lady watching you who dreams of also establishing her own company or getting into the field, a male dominated field? What would they take?
Yes, what I would say to a young lady is just be careful the way you are living now. The opportunities are there, but by the time you meet them, will you even be ready? Maybe by then you didn't even complete your school, you have kids, and life is really difficult for you. You won't even see the opportunity because you are even thinking about even what to give to your children.
Right.
So as you are growing, just take care of yourself. I know by now we are always talking to them. I have a teenage group I'm mentoring by name Obamu.
Okay.
I always tell them that picture yourself that at a point in time somebody should see you and really tell you that woman you've done well. So what I would tell them is that now please take care of yourself. Things that you are doing and you think it will not help you, you need to stop. And please listen to advice because always the parents are saying it, the churches, we hear them on TV, on radio. Please let us listen to what they are telling us.
I asked you earlier, what's your religion? We didn't get into a relationship with your staff.
Yes, for my staff, I would say it depends on what's going on. If we have job to do, please, we are working. I have some, we do, the last Fridays of the month, for example, we do this happy hour thing. And for me, I love dancing. So what I make sure is that I dance and you also dance. And sometimes they are like, hey, madam is dancing, madam is dancing. So that is me. If it is happy hour, we will all dance.
And be happy.
Yes, we all make fun. But please, if it is time for business, a customer is waiting for something, and I come and see you chatting with your phone and not really contributing to the job at the moment, really, I wouldn't be that happy. So for me, it's about what you are doing at that point in time.
Yes. Aside working and creating jobs, which I believe you've done for some young people in Takwa, what else do you hope to develop in your life? What kind of legacy would you want to leave?
Yes, for me, my partner, he's no more anyway, but I have a school, for example, I named it after him. And I always tell myself that some years to come, he's going to be on the CVs of many kids that I had my basic school at John Frederick International. This is the case that he isn't even a Ghanaian, but he has been able to leave a name, yes, in Ghana. So for me, I just want to leave a name behind that generations around me can never communicate or do something without my name coming in. And back at my workplace, I've been able to achieve it. I hear of Dr. Rinchi asking if Agnes was to be here, how would she do it? So these are what we want and really we've done.
Well, you really left some big shoes to them. Wow. Said if Agnes would, I am a believer of people can be replaced, but not everybody is forgettable. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you believe in that?
Yes, I do. There's a place I worked in Kumasi. It's also a hotel. When I went there, they were not having a conference room, but I realized they had one room. They use it for stores, and it's like it's a good hotel. There isn't any conference room. So by the time my director came, he is based in Accra. I had moved everything, made the place ready. So when she came, I invited her there. She herself, she was surprised. So meaning now, anytime you get to that hotel, Agnes created the conference room.
Wow.
Yes, back at Hilda, I renovated some blocks. So things like that. It means you never go to these two hotels and
Yeah.
they can't talk
It's
about me.
important for you to
Yes.
leave a name
Yes, you have to.
there wherever you go.
You have to. You have to. And that is what I always tell my staff, that everywhere you find yourself, try and add something. Let something really be linked to you. If this person was to be here, sometimes don't look at something so big. Yes,
Right.
it could be this flower. What about just putting something on the table before you put the pot in?
Something.
Nothing big, but at least you change the way you came to meet it, and everybody will know that you place it there instead of you walking around ignoring things and really letting life pass by.
Is this your innate, quality? Is this something that you think you were born to do? It's part of you, or it's something you've intentionally decided to do? You've been intentional about it.
For me, I would say intentional. Yes, because I had to make it. So in making it, I really worked towards it.
You had a desire to make it.
Yes.
You had a desperation to make it in life.
Yes, I had to. I had to make it.
Well, you say you had to. Why?
Anyway, we saw things when we were growing up. The way women were being treated, the way married women were being treated. Imagine they could ask you as a wife to leave my house. No. I really wanted to live the way that you cannot tell me to leave my house, because it's our house. So I really had to make it. Yes.
Did you see abuse in your home?
Yes.
And so you told yourself, what happened to mom will not happen to me.
I had to make it.
Do you think you've healed from what you saw, what you witnessed happen to your mother?
I would say yes, but I've healed and learned from it. Yes, because sometimes you see children also going through it. Yes, because things were hard for your aunties, and you also end up, you grow, and it's like it's almost the same trend.
If you're not careful, it becomes a cycle.
So for me, I didn't just heal, but I made sure I learned from it.
Has it made you become very protective as a person?
Yes,
protective of your emotions, your surroundings, and your dealings with people.
Yeah, so that is sometimes what explains the question you asked about my staff, because please, you are working with somebody who wants to make it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
don't come and waste my time.
Yes, I won't let you come and play around with my business, because please, I have to. I have to make it. So I'm quite careful with the way I handle my worker, because at the end of the day, it needs to work, and I'm always doing something to ensure that African resources is going somewhere. So you come to our place, people will say, your reception is already okay, but I'm making a new one. People should come and see some. They should really see that
every time there's an improvement.
Everything there's a motion. We are going.
Why are you afraid of failure?
It won't help me. it won't help me. Yes, but for business and failure, it's part. For me, I opened a complete workshop in Takwa, and I would say I failed, which will have some reasons, but still the workshop was really a stage to what I really want to take African resources to. Right. I will be mining, and it will come with services and maintenance. So let me try the maintenance of light vehicles or small vehicles, so that when I get to the bigger ones, I'll really know what to do. It didn't really go well, but at least I've learned lessons, even though I'm not doing it. But should I reach to the point where I am mining, I know what really didn't go well with JF Phototech, so I will know what to apply to to mining.
Okay. Yeah. How much value did you add to yourself after you established African resource management with your partner? Did you make the effort to learn what it takes, what the business is about, what electrical is about, what the DC is about? Did you have to add value to yourself and acquire knowledge in that field?
Yes, what I do is that I learn about the product, and always I'm meeting the technicians, the electricians. So most of the time before I leave a meeting, I'm able to learn something from the customer. And I visit my suppliers both in Australia and other places, just really to go and understand what they are doing. And for such places too, you go and you hear their stories. It also tells you that indeed you can also do well with what you are doing. So I really learn on the job. Yes, that does.
You keep making the reference, I want to make it. What does it mean? Make it in terms of have money or establish businesses or have a successful marriage. What do you mean by I want to make it?
For I really want to have a business that is working. I don't want it to be a first generation business.
Okay.
You are no more, or you've retired and you see your business struggling. So currently what I'm doing is I'm putting in a lot of systems so that let's say that business is just like traveling on the bus. People will get down along the way and other people will join. For me, sometimes, yes, you lose people, but as a business person, it becomes even an opportunity for us. What was this person doing? What was this person lacking? So my next recruitment, I have to consider that. So making it, what I mean is I want to really build a very successful business. It's so that it will become a generational business. I shouldn't have a business doing then my kids grow up, family members grow up, and they are even struggling to find what to do. They might not be interested in the job. But
I was going to ask you, what if your children decide that they don't want to follow your path?
Yes, if they are not interested, they would have learned what really makes businesses successful. They will know that if you want to be successful in business, this is what you have to do. This is what you don't have to do, because they saw African resource being growing. And at least I should be able to also set them up. The struggle we went through, they shouldn't end up going through the same challenge.
I spoke to a lady on this platform who made a statement that, who you marry is very important, because it can affect, if you're not careful, 2 generations, positively or negatively. Did you think, were you calculated, were you intentional about choosing the man you marry, knowing where you wanted to go, knowing that you wanted to succeed and not to fail? You wanted to make it. Yes. Did it matter?
Yes, for me, at least I was a church girl by then. So the first consideration is the person should be a Christian.
Did you marry a pastor?
No.
Okay.
No. He's not a pastor, but back at school he was president for some of the Christian. Yes,
so he was also Christian.
Yes, he was. And that one is true, because the job I do, if you don't really marry a good person, it will be very difficult for you. Imagine the mining area, traveling here and there, and my partner is also is a male, traveling with him here and there, trying to identify businesses and the rest. So, and sometimes for us, I mostly leave the office after 9. So imagine there's the guy who will be looking at, I want fufu on Monday, banku on Tuesday, apapransa on way. It will be difficult, but you really get the understanding people that you can, at least once something is in the fridge, they know they can take care of themselves.
Care of that, yeah.
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
2?
Yes.
Boy and a girl?
Yes.
Boy and a girl. How old is the girl?
The girl is 9.
9.
Yes.
Have you had a sex talk with her?
Not really. No, but I'm really watching her.
I didn't ask you whether you're watching her. Do you think you'll be able to have the sex talk, have this talk about, sex and what to do and what to look at? Do you think you'll be able to do it?
Oh, yes, I have. Because as I said, I already have these young girls between the age of 12 to 20 that I groom. So
that's 12 to 20. Your daughter is 9.
Yeah.
And in Takwa, there are some 9-year-olds, 6, 7, who are already sexually active, including in her school. That means you can do 7.
Oh, then once you really draw my attention, so it means I'm really focusing on the outside, forgetting that I have one or two.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, that's what was bringing me to my next question. That sometimes as women leaders, as women who desire to, make a change, to make an impact, we are out there all the time, working, touching lives, transforming people, creating jobs, forgetting, our very own people. And by the time you realize, Bibia Fawini, so I don't know if you've read my book, When Strong Women Cry, a woman whose home, apparently, who was fighting, jailing people for defiling, other children. And apparently in her own home, her daughter was being defiled and she didn't know that, that's what. But what about you and your husband? Do you have time for intimacy?
Yes, we do.
Hey, look at the smile on your face. Hey, sister. You have time for intimacy?
Yes, we do.
What is your romance language? Or your love language?
Oh, it's between us. So.
Oh, Napsa Biribisa.
When I let you know, when I say it, where workers are around, they know what I mean.
But I mean, on another note, congratulations, Agnes, you're doing well. So what is next? 12 years of African resources management in Takwa.
Yes.
What is next? Are we going outside Takwa to other areas?
Yes.
Branching into something else?
Yes. For this year, we are looking at the north. Yes. Then we are also looking at Mali and Ivory Coast.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you still have partners. Your original partner is passed. Now you still have partners, so now it's solely being managed by you.
I manage everything.
Okay. You manage already. And self-sustained.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to share. What's your advice to that young lady watching you with a heart desire to make it one day?
Please listen to advice. Because these days you are always hearing it. This is not the time to be sexually active. Be careful with the friends that you choose. Take your book seriously. This is something that they always hear. But please listen to it. Because opportunities are there. But by the time that the opportunity will reach you, will you even be prepared?
Good question. On that note, I say thank you so much for coming. And I'm sure we'll get to talk again, to get to know you. Maybe pay a visit to your company one of these days to see you in your working year, doing your thing. I'll be back with a bit of me.
It's been a long journey. I became First Lady at 33 years old. I'm now 61. So you can imagine how many years. And you had been
married for how many years?
For about a year when Charles Taylor became president of Liberia. But it's not always easy.
Right.
And women standing up in places of high trust is always a difficult journey. But I've learned that when you're up on that stage, you have to just keep moving because there's so many people at the back, some looking, some cheering, some wishing you would fall. But the fact of the matter is that you must do your very best so that at the end, your story is a good one. And I think this is what stories like mine and many other women like me across the globe do. We bring inspiration, we bring lessons learned, and we bring courage and determination. And I think that's why a platform like yours is so very important. The whole idea of the kingship that is thrust upon our leaders. When they become president, you are seen almost like God. And you can do almost anything. And so the women, I think that was the only problem I had in my marriage, that there were many, many, many women, the children that are being born. And one woman goes out the door and 5 women come in. You know, that was a real Achilles heel for me. But I remained, went into exile, came back, and got involved in my political career.
You know, one of the things that we are very good at as women as keeping up appearances. Sometimes it's not to fake it or to pretend, but sometimes you just don't want to let out too much because you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to tell your story to. And you're afraid of being judged when people don't really understand your full story. So you can have a friend, you can have an acquaintance who you will be with for years without knowing what is deeply eating them up. My plea today, just be nice to people. We are all going through something. So let's be nice to each other. People are going through tough situations. So be nice to them. It doesn't take anything away from you. It doesn't dim your light. Actually, it makes you a better person. You stand to benefit when you're nice to people, when you're kind to people, when you're compassionate and loving. It tells on you positively. It illuminates your light. It doesn't dim your light. So go on. Be nice. Be kind. Let's love each other. Women, remember, complex situations, uniquely different, but very similar. Our enemy is just one. What society sees when they see womanhood. I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. I know God has got me covered, but I also know that He has given us the strength to manifest, to love, to be compassionate, and to reach out to help each other. It's so pleasing to Him. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.